Hey everybody, welcome to Halfbeard's Hut's Heads Up. Today we're taking a look at the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. The sequel to the Book of Unwritten Tales, obviously. Book of Unwritten Tales was a parody adventure game that I kind of liked. It had a good spirit to it, though the humor fell flat a lot more often than I kind of wanted it to. They've done some good stuff with this sequel, though. I'm a couple hours into this. We're going to start a new game regardless. I guess kind of give a good ideas to the introduction here. And, yeah, it's been enjoyable so far. I feel like the humor has been a lot better, and the gameplay has been a lot more solid. Because that was the other thing, is the original game had some issues. Some minor issues with just some of its basic adventure game stuff. This feels a little better, though. So, I'm just gonna skip through some of this. He's going over the first game. There's magic thing, grant your wishes, and then these guys, your characters, got the magic thing and saved the world, so yeah.
Who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess.
This guy.
Who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world.
Voice acting's better in this one, too. It's still a little cheesy, but it's just a little bit more genuine now. Like, you can do funny and genuine at the same time, and this game's a little better at that. The animations, I want to say, are a little bit more interesting, too. So here we are. We're not playing the game. We need to get over this rock. We need to stop him from, you know, meeting a grisly fate, becoming a flat meat pancake on the ground somewhere. So, yeah. The puzzle solutions have been pretty okay so far, too. Oh, a little farther. It looks like you're supposed to do something with that hook. I can't remember if you actually do need to do something with that hook. Nope. That hook is a red herring. Get up on this. Crawl over here.
At least some of it survived the explosion.
Alright then. You don't get a lot of, they kind of start you in medias res with this character. With, in fact, most of the characters. Where you definitely have to kind of assume a bit of what's happened to them since the first adventure.
I really doubt it will.
Keep climbing up. It's not a very useful rope. Also, you'd think at that point the physics wouldn't work on that, but I'm not, whatever. I'm not gonna complain. Get over here. There is no, like, direct movement. It's entirely mouse-controlled. Very traditional point-and-click adventure game style. So, that's of note. Grab this. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Nate. How's it going?
This sniveling
For now.
genie.
Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
There's something weirdly British about this game, and I don't know exactly what I mean by that. Alright, well, no, it's fine.
So, now that we have a little time to kill, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Let these guys talk.
Oh, right. Well, yes, I came into this world in an oasis in the Umzu Desert.
Are you definitely...
Let's get through some of this dialogue. There's jokes. They make jokes.
Time to make up for it then.
So he's lost his confidence. We need to get his confidence back and figure out a spell that he can solve.
Oh, this is all terrible.
He's getting all flustered. He's getting all Hugh Grant on us.
Today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow?
I don't think tomorrow's gonna do it.
Please don't yell at me. I just can't take it.
You know.
Benny!
He goes inside his lamp so we have an adventure game puzzle to solve.
Ah!
Fruitlessly rubbing things doesn't help that much.
Stay easy and we can
Well,
forget about miracles.
it's enjoyable, but it doesn't help that
Something
much.
easy, something even he thinks he can do.
Gotta go get that. I like that they didn't make me go to that. They're like, you know what we want you to do. So we're just gonna expedite the process here. Grab that carpet. Hooks it off, puts it under his foot. Seems like he could have just left it, you know, tucked in, but whatever.
To ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Now he's pissy.
I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
What else? Well, there's no other and. You're a genie. You're my slave. Get to work.
And everything else.
Well, all right then.
Carpet.
Should I?
All right, and then it works. We'll just skip through it.
Yes!
I don't know. I don't know why you'd scream yes then. But it worked. He's fine now. He's totally okay. Except now we'll get one of our crux, one of the central cruxes of the story here, which is that there is an evil pink plague infesting the land. Also, it seems like your old friend Critter might be involved somehow. That's that thing's name. That fucking, you know, Muppets-looking thing. He looks like one of those Muppets that go yap 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 yap. He looks like one of those guys. This is their tutorial, which I don't know if I can skip it, but I kind of don't want to because it's actually a really cool tutorial. It's silly that they give you a tutorial at all because it's a fucking point-and-click adventure game. It's not exactly rocket science, but it's still really cool. So they've got this mechanized Game of Thrones plateau, and they're like, hey, you need to be this little Wall-E robot and make it all work. Make the tutorial go forward.
Welcome, adventurer.
Can I skip it? No. Okay. It's not. Yeah, I got it. It's not gonna let me skip it. Yeah. No, I got it. He's moved. Yes.
Well done.
Good. Yep. Just gonna push, go right through this tutorial. But it's a charming, cool way to do a tutorial. It's not forcing your characters to do dumb things. It's a good way to kind of do it out of context. Yeah. No, I got it, man. Look at the lever. And it's like, man, the lever works, but there's stuff in here. Open the hatch. Open the hatch. And be like, oh man, these gears they're broken. They broke. Let me bang on it a little bit. And now he thinks they work because he banged on it. And then, man, it works again. He's a smart robot. I love that little paper roll he's got for a mouth. It's like a really good bit of visual design there. Oh, these waves. I like those waves. It's a good way to do waves. Like paper boats. Like, it's a very charming bit of visual design. The whole game's got that. Like, it's a very nice looking game, all things considered. Alright, you need to go look at that, and then the things are gonna pop out. Yep. And I need to go pick them up. I got it, thank you. Pick up that one now. Shows me how to use my inventory.
Great to open and close your inventory.
No, shut up. I got it. Inventory. It's a thing. It's a fucking backpack button. I can figure it out.
Excellent.
Let me grab this. Let me put it on here. And then for chits and giggles, we're gonna oil it because it's probably smart.
That should.
There we go. Now I gotta go hit the crank. Close your backpack anytime. Open it up. Easy peasy. Yep. Still goes. It's a good way for them to get their credits out of the way early, too. So what's in this game while we're going through this tutorial, aside from the stuff I've already said? Apparently it's got a nice big long campaign, a fantasy story with over 20 hours of pointing and clicking. Lots and lots of references. If you like your jokey reference humor, it's totally in here. They make, you know, nice, good, blatant visual references to your Skyrims and your Minecrafts and your World of Warcrafts and all that kind of stuff. Yep, no, I got it, thank you. Gonna pick up this. You've seen it, and then you picked it up. Gonna grab the damage figure. Other things that are in here. What are you doing? There we go. Orchestra recordings. They've taken a lot of the music from the first game, or, you know, a lot of the stuff made by the composer that they're really proud of, and they have made it so that it's all done with an orchestra now, rather than just, you know, the one guy, I guess. Which, that's good. It's good soundtrack. Pretty decent soundtrack. There's extra outfits, so you will, like, find random stuff while you're puzzle solving that you can put on your character to change him up a little bit. I've seen a little bit of that. I found this badass fisherman's hat that I was able to wear, and everyone's like, why the hell are you wearing that? You look awful. And there's optional side quests. It's not just a pure, straight, linear story. It is a, there is the occasional, optional, kind of side route of puzzles you can dig around with.
Everything's fine.
Do like these subtitles. It means I can skip all the dialogue I want as long as I leave the subtitles on screen for a little bit. Just to keep this video moving. Adventure games don't always make for great video. They can be a little slow. Gotta move things forward.
You don't look well at all.
So this is Ivo. She was another character from the first game.
It is unseemly for an elf princess to
Her mom's kind of a bitch.
comfort eating. If you
It's not.
carry on like this, you won't fit into your wedding dress.
That's perfectly healthy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Intentions of marrying any time.
And then she's like, hey, guess what? We're elves, so arranged marriage or whatever.
Charming and look,
Because that seems like the sort of thing we would do, I guess. I don't know. Tolkien never outlined that, so we're having to play fast and loose with the canon here.
not got any unshaven Neanderthal.
She likes human
I don't have the
dudes.
slightest interest in you. Are at the heart
Specifically the guy from the start.
in the cut. Only
Alright, we're just gonna ignore all that and skip right through it. We're in the Elf Kingdom, and this is like, it's a good looking game. They do a good mix of like their actual 3D stuff that's modeled is nice, and then like just like their background art. Like those are some good trees back there. It's a nice looking game. She locked the door with elf magic. Which seems like a bad use of elf magic. Locks aren't expensive. It's my bird friend. Kind of. He's also like a spy for my mom or whatever. So she's locked me in.
yes.
Talk to Cheap
only
Cheap.
what- I didn't. I'd
Cheap
say
Cheap.
the
We're
same
not feeling
thing.
well, but elves don't get sick, so that's weird.
Yeah, you've got a point there.
We'll play this. We'll kind of play this up to when she gets sick. Well, up till we find out what her sickness is, and then we'll kind of jump ahead a little bit, just to show one of the other main characters really quick.
Oh no,
we'll
I'll
probably
take
cut it.
care of it myself.
Yeah. So she's sick and she needs to figure out what's going on.
Oh, go down
She's
to
gonna
the
go sneak in the
library.
library,
What's wrong with
even
you?
though she's locked in the room. And this bird's like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell on your mom. I'm gonna tell your mom on you." Those are the words I was trying to say. So yeah, but then he goes and looks in the mirror because he's a narcissist. Go talk to Cheap Cheap.
Cheap survived. He told
So we need to figure out how to distract Cheap Cheap. First things first, we're gonna look at this picture. Look at all these pictures of my
the
friends.
critter could never keep still.
And she goes and looks at the other characters as well, even though I didn't tell her to.
Wilbur was so excited.
Decent camera work, like the way it's pulling in here on this
Spent
scene.
hours sitting with my father.
That's good. Like that's nice to do. Oh, a new feature I haven't talked about because I don't remember if this feature is in the first game. I feel like it wasn't. Is I can now do this, which is super freaking helpful. It might have been in the first game. It's been a long time since I played the Book of Unwritten Tales, but the ability to just highlight everything in the world is useful, and more importantly, what sort of thing I'll be doing with it, whether it's an exit, whether I'm using it, whether it's a tool, all that is very, very useful. So, next, I'm trying to distract that thing. What am I doing with that? I can go look at everything here.
Beautiful red flower.
See, it's a
Sometimes-
flower.
And then it's
Got this jug, got this figurine. We need to distract Cheap Cheap, so we're going to go over here. And we're going to grab this and steal some sunflower seeds because we have no food to eat. But more importantly, we have no food with which to distract the bird. You know, she's got stuff to say about everything. There's normally like one or two pieces of dialogue for every bit in the environment, so she'll smell it now because I looked at it the first time.
A delicate sweet scent.
But first things first, take these, put them in here. Adjust her dress a little bit for... It's like, you know, good idle animation, I guess.
Cheap. What have you
I
got?
somehow find the ideas of elves like adjusting their clothes to be against the idea of like the calm, collected elf image. Go some seeds so we can steal the mirror. Just doing this quick. This puzzle took me way longer the first time I did it. I dicked around for a lot more, but I'm saving a lot of the flavor for you guys to find on your own. Also, I'm trying to be expedient. It's the way we do this. He's like, man, how am I supposed to get my Mac on with myself now? That's okay. We're gonna give him back his mirror. We're gonna put it against this figure. We're gonna close this first. We're gonna put the mirror against this figure, so it's right in front of this music box. This nice music box that opens up. Cheap Cheap's gonna come by and be like, "Oh, my mirror, great."
Withdrawal symptoms.
And I'm gonna open
Just
the
leave
music
the
box.
a minute.
And he's like, "No, fuck you.
You
I'm
don't
standing
need to
here."
Turn your head away from your beautiful...
We jumps up. And we just open it up. And we close it on him. Let him suffocate and die in there. Which is what this sounds like. Really, he's sleeping because, you know, they're not gonna kill that character. They're not gonna make their elven princess a fucking murderer. All right, let's go to the library now. Climb down into the garden first, and go get our ridiculous challenge for figuring out how, like, what is our sickness. First things first, we'll talk to this tree
As expected, no one here.
that's sitting in this pot.
A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Ouch.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed
He's
you
got
on
this.
the
I think it's a Welsh accent. It's the same accent that that thing from Nino Cooney had, which I heard was supposed to be a Welsh accent.
My little beauty.
So, there you go. Tell him the garden is looking good.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always
Never heard the
say
word
elf
girt
gardens
before.
are fabulous by their very nature.
You have got green.
Ah, that's just moss, my dear.
I don't know why I like that
Spend
line.
all day grubbing around in the earth.
So yeah, we can ask him stuff. We can just see what's going on with him. Let's ask what he's doing today.
Oh, the usual. You know, it never.
Water all these
But the weather
plants.
isn't the only thing which isn't right.
30
I've been here
years.
30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
It's a lot of autumn.
Differently in the elf burrow. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather and the usual.
All right, so we can continue to ask him stuff. I'm just gonna skip through this until he stops talking to me. Basically, he's my gardener friend. He's a cool tiny tree guy, and that's pretty neat.
Nowhere.
There you go. Ask him to tell me about living trees, and he's like, nah, whatever. I want to be a shepherd. I got this rock.
Have to get on.
Rocks are good.
Got a bit to do.
Yeah, I'm skipping through stuff at this point, just to kind of show more. Show the next puzzle, because there's definitely a lot of lore building in this. The game definitely
Your mother got a
wants
whole
to
heap
show
of
you
flowers
all
to
sorts of
put
good
in.
characters and bits of world building that they like to do.
Just not.
Perhaps it needs a special.
Well, anything's possible.
All right. So we're gonna go to the library now. We know that he's got a plant that's sad, and we don't know why, so we should try to help him with that at some point. Go over here. And we need to find the right book. Which right book's over here? Just gonna skip right through it. And as you can see, like, references. Look at all these references. Got your Portal, and your Final Fantasy VII, and your Skyrim, and your Monsters, Inc., and just a Rubik's Cube for whatever reason. And I don't know what that's supposed to be. I think that might be a board cube.
Medicine.
Go look at this.
Ow!
It's a talking book
Be
for some reason.
careful, if you please.
A speaking book.
An ill elf?
Alright, so yeah, is she ill?
Take it easy.
Young one.
And you look.
I do.
Ouch.
No, of course not. And I can also see no illness. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the.
Alright. So it's an insightful book.
Too well recently. I'm sleeping badly. And I know that elves are very seldom.
Seldom ill does not.
Okay, don't
elves
pick at
can,
me
for
with
instance,
semantics. Just
Oh,
tell me about
One of the
stuff.
most
Tell me about why I'm hurt.
else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of.
There's
the
your house
world.
reference. Again, references. This game's kind of humor, which, when done right, can be good. And this game, it hits
You must
you know,
mix a
fairly
potion
often.
and drink it.
enough.
Are you sick?
Very.
So I need to make a potion. What goes into this potion?
This
It is very. You need to pound together.
I don't know what a
a
okay,
teaspoon
metis
of
bush,
a
herring,
spoonful of honey and a
red herring,
and then
which
mix
kind of
it
already
together
tells you this is
into
just a
a biscuit
placebo.
potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
That
It's
does sound
medicine.
gross.
It isn't supposed to taste nice.
That's not a good enough
And if I
reason.
drink it, I'll be.
We will then.
Alright, so let's go. I can do all this now. I'm not even going to ask him about books or metis bush. I know what all this stuff is. So first things first, I'm going to grab one of these.
This flower clearly is
Go
one
look
of
at
the more
this
exotic of the
weird
Francis flowers.
flower.
It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war.
Alright. I should be able to take it. Can I not yet?
Just-
Yes, I can. Good. Why do people hate the flower? We take it, find out. Which is like, oh, it smells nice. Yeah, whatever. And then she makes this bad idea. And it's just a vuvuzela.
Now, that
Which, you know,
explains why this
timely
flower is a weapon in
references.
24 countries.
That's not a joke. That's like 3 years old at this point. Alright, but we need that for a thing, which is why I picked that up. Also, yeah,
So it's become.
spit in the store sand. Like, oh, there's Final Fantasy VII reference. They're all references. There's your I know that's a reference. I can't remember what's a reference to. Your Minecraft sword. And there's your Hobbit reference. I know. Alright, so we need a herring, we need a flower from the we need a green fruit from the metis bush, which I think this is a metis bush, and we need honey. Let's go talk to Arbor here. He'll tell us how to get some of this stuff.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh,
So, I need to fix up a potion.
ill?
But if
Alright, so first off, I need a fishing rod.
Of course. If
This
you
is a
bring
great little
that
line,
in one
actually.
piece.
Pulls out of his awesome plant afro.
What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod, or that you'd ask me to
Yeah.
collect a variety.
I was
of
convinced you'd ask me to do some adventure game bullshit.
It's only a rod.
Alright.
Thanks.
Not everything needs to be complicated, you know.
It's a good bit of advice. I wish everybody who made adventure games would take it.
Do we
So,
have a
metis bush.
Sure,
Yeah.
that bush over
Is
yonder.
that one.
But that fruit's red. Green. Are they only green when they're not?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
That's a good line read. I like this guy. I like this character a lot, actually. He has some really good line reads and some good lines.
Fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour.
All right.
Ah. And the bush.
So
only
we need
has
to make
red
this
fruit
bush
because it has
scared.
nothing to be afraid of here.
Ah, that's right.
Okay. And also, do you have any idea how I get my hands on this money? Like that, honey, right there.
Try the kitchens.
I
Nope.
prefer not.
Ah, of course.
Would that beehive?
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees defend their hut.
Couldn't they be distracted?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes.
All right. So we need to get smoke up in there
Just let the bees keep
in
their
order
honey and
to
pollinate
calm down the
That's
bees,
how
and
we
then we
go
can
with-
steal a little honey with a special tool. So there are ways to do that. The best way to do that is to help Arbor out. So he's still working on this plant. So let's see if we can help him with this plant. To do that, though, we're going to need to learn what the hell the deal is with that plant. Let's go back to the library. Movement could be a little bit faster. If you double-click on an exit, she'll normally kind of instantly teleport to where she needs to be, but sometimes it can be a little slow. So let's look at the books on the bookshelf. One of these is a plant reference book.
The biggest plant book of Avatar.
There you go. That one right there.
Perhaps I can help.
Yep, grab this plant book. She pulls it out awkwardly from the shelf. So, and then, you know, even more references in here. Jack the Beanstalk, you get a mandrake thing. Intelligent apple trees. I believe this is the one where it's called...
Vigilia
Yeah, Audriensis. It's your,
plants of humankind.
little shop of horrors.
Steel
This is a Steel Magnolias reference, which, you know, wasn't expecting a Steel Magnolias reference.
The one that Arbor's having problems with it. The love lily.
Alright, so
enters- if the
its
part that
friend is
dies,
gone.
then
And we can get out of that. So now that we know about that, we can close out of this book, because we know that it's a love lily and it needs its partner. We also know that it came in recently with a batch of flowers. And there's a flower upstairs in
several
my
books about
bedroom
animals.
that
Is
came
this? book
from
about
a
food? What's this?
a
Gold
recent
seed,
delivery of
gold seed,
flowers.
and a book of, like all books in this library, those elves, what they don't.
Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna take one of the books, specifically the book on carpentry. And I've also got the fishing book, which I can't read right now because I don't know enough about fishing.
He cut this one play.
Alright, so put all that away. I'll go back up to my room, which I can do by just going through here. Go up. So also unlock the bedroom area. Now I can go back through there, and we're gonna take this flower.
This flat. I bet they.
Pick it up. Go back downstairs. We're gonna climb off the balcony for no reason, even though there's a door open. Because why not climb off the balcony just for shits and giggles? Go over here. Solve these problems. So first off, let's deal with the metis bush. We know it needs to be startled. So if we scare the bush, we can go. Turns the fruit green. We can steal green fruit. Though you can tell it's just like like there's a little bit of red at the bottom there. It's not quite perfectly green. Grab that. Give this to this. Be like, hey, I found your flower friend.
Look.
Be
there's
happy.
this flower.
And she's like, yeah, it's my flower buddy. I'm super happy now.
You did well.
And Arbor's super happy about it. So he's gonna go take some time off now. And she's all sad 'cause she likes love. Yep. He's gonna pull out his pipe, which is kind of weird for a tree smoking. But whatever, man. I like it. Let's talk to him about it.
You're having a good...
What can I do for...
Smoking is unhealthy.
It's not healthy.
That's not, yeah. And he's just like,
No lungs,
I'm a fucking
no
tree, man.
problems.
What do you want?
Don't you think it's a bit weird?
No lungs, no problems.
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible.
I like that he likes it. He's like, I don't care that I'm inhaling fiery death. It's so good.
Don't tell no one, no.
That's an enjoyable little bit right there. Also, I can show him the book I found on Woodwork. And he's like, why are you showing me this Saw movie? But with actual saws.
Crafts? Why?
I thought it might...
I don't like horror stories.
Because he's a tree, get it?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving...
Like, it's not a great joke, but I like it.
Line layer to the core? What do you call that, then?
Sorry.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together...
And again, like,
wood
just,
treated
it's
with
made
chemicals
good by
and
these
safeguards.
deep, like, these actually good line reads.
I have to
And,
get
like,
on.
pretty good writing to go along with it. The base joke itself isn't that funny, but the stuff surrounding it I like. So, let's go read that book on fishing once again. Because it will help us fish. Maybe.
Perhaps there are a few
And then she's gonna be like, I don't
seasons
understand any of
successful
this.
technique. It doesn't matter whether you jig. I haven't the faintest idea.
So now we know we can't use it. She's not enough of a fisherman to do that. So we're gonna need to come over here, get on our fishing rod, and just have a go at it. Give it our best shot. Increase
I
our
have a
fishing
clue about
skill a little
fishing,
bit.
But I'll try.
See, we got no fishing skill. Throws it in there.
Just
And she
as I-
fails.
Somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I...
So she can now fish. She's still not smart enough to read that book, though. So we're going to practice just a little bit. Throw this rod in there 5 times, to be exact, till her fishing skill is 5. And she goes,
Or I could
Like
try
that-
to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
that doesn't mean we can do it now. I've tried it too. She just still says no. Just that little, when she doesn't catch something, I think is hilarious. Oh, she caught something. Handlebars? What is that?
Classic.
Okay. That line is repeated a lot. A classic. Whenever she's fishing, it's not great. Yep. And then, it's just, I love that animation. It's very Clueless, and I specifically mean the movie Clueless. Let's just say that line again.
A classic.
It's a boot, but there's like the texture didn't fish all the way around. So now we got 5. First things first, we're gonna go grab some worms. It's probably smart to have some worms. So look at this
Arbor's
pot. Yeah, he sits on it. Does business.
A handy
Look at the
tool.
stone. Actually, I'm gonna need that stone anyways. Pick up that stone. There should be some worms around here. Oh, I know where I can get some worms. Maybe where the hell are worms? I know they're around here somewhere.
That's Alba's little spade. He always...
I don't... Yeah, it's just like... I like this better than the first game. I can't tell you exactly why. Like, it's just... It's somewhat better written, and the voice acting feels better, and it's better produced. It's a bit more charming. I feel like they've kind of gotten their stride a bit more. It feels... The first game... At least what I played in the first game. Maybe it got really good near the end. It was a little loose in places. Like, it didn't strike me as super interesting. But it feels like this, because they've got a built world and mythology and characters, that they're able to do a bit more with it.
I should tell Mother how...
So now we got worms. We're going to go back up to the balcony. Oh, no, not a balcony. Oh, crap. I meant to go to the library. Oh, good. I went to the library after all. Now let's try to read the book on fishing again. We've learned a little bit about fishing. We've spent 5 times fishing. She now knows what she needs to know to understand the book. And then that book just flew around the shelf like crazy. And now she's like, oh yeah, no, fishing. It's like breathing. Now she knows how to fish. Fishing skills risen to 15. Also, because we know even more about fishing, we can now go upstairs, go look in our jewelry box, which she doesn't like her jewelry because she's a tomboy. She's like, oh, jewelry, bleh. But she's like, oh, but this one, that makes a good lure. You can't do that if you don't raise up her fishing skill. So we put this on that. I said we put Oh no, she did it. Good. There we go. Go back out to the pond, and now, not only do we have 15 fishing skill, but we've got a super rod with some worms. We are for sure going to catch our red herring. And after that, all we'll need is the honey. And some water, but we've got water upstairs. It's in that jug. So yeah, like the puzzles are, they're fairly logical. Like you're able... I definitely took much longer to do this the first time I did it, because obviously I did. But at the same time, like they're logical. I'm gonna fish one more time. They're logical in just the right way that you're able to pick up on the thread of what you're supposed to be doing well enough.
This is so much fun. And perhaps I'll have a...
See what we can catch now that we've got super high fishing skill. Oh, if you do it enough times, you'll find a big dumb fishing hat that's the legendary fishing hat of legend or something like that. It's goofy. So also we need to grab these reeds. Take these water plants.
I can't think of any...
Because we still need honey. We've got Arbor smoking, so he's distracting the bees for us with his weird tree man smoke. And what we can do is we can take this cut reed, slam it into this bee's nest, suckle out a little bit of honey.
Smoke from Arbor's pipes.
She just
Hey,
takes
now,
in a little bit of honey.
right there.
Sorry.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature.
I don't need any...
And then we just give him the pipe to suckle on. And he's just like, yeah, 2 pipes at once, smoking honey tastes good. And he just tosses that shit away. Alright, so we got everything we need to make this potion. Let's go make this potion. Get up there. Up on the balcony. You need to be upstairs. Go, go, go. I know you can climb up there. Get in there. And combine all our crap into that bowl. There's fruit. And then there's honey.
About 1 spoon of honey.
And then there's herring.
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish.
We're gonna mash it all up with... Oh, no, and water.
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
So take the jug, pour it in the bowl. We're gonna use this fist-sized stone as a pestle.
That should do it.
Alright. Make a gross viscous potion. I wonder if they just meant the meat of the herring, or if really I should be using all of it.
So utterly revolting concocted in the elf burrow ever. Oh, I
this
hope
cup.
this is some kind of joke.
Take it downstairs to the library so we can drink it in front of that book. Because if we do that, the book will be able to tell us what is wrong with Ivo. Talk to the medicine book.
Well, what's up?
I have the potion. Chug-a-lug.
The potion's ready, but you don't...
I think he does. And the bird's like, no! I'm free! I woke from my coma. And it's not happy that I locked it in. And it's just like, what the fuck are you drinking? Is this book challenging you to frat boy drinking challenges?
Medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well.
Alright, well, drink it already. We need to know.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty...
I don't know. Sweet, sour, and salty actually sounds kind of good.
Enticing as that potion looks,
I could drink that.
Oh,
Things aren't going to get better by Come on,
Chug it.
drink your...
oh, it looks...
It is medicine, it's not...
Tip that cup.
That's right, down to the last drop.
Alright. See, she's into it as well.
In actual fact, it's quite tasty.
She's like, I want more.
Congratulations, Ivo.
Oh, there's your twist. She's pregnant. All right, and with that stunning character revelation, we're gonna call it here. That has been the Book of Unwritten Tales. There's obviously more stuff for you to discover, but I'm gonna leave that for you guys to figure out on your own with the game proper. It's $35. It is available on Steam now. I think $35 is maybe a little pricey, but it definitely seems like a better game than the first game. It's got a bit more, just energy and charm and polish to it, and that really does help things out a bit. So yeah, as always, I've been yours, Halfbeard, and we're out. Later, guys.
Cheat, no!